Hey Panthers, Anushka here with Academic Technologies, and today I'm going to show you how to submit an academic alert using the Hub. So what exactly is an academic alert? It's an opportunity for you as the instructor to start a dialogue with the student, potentially with their academic advisor, as well as the Student Success and Support Center. So what would be a situation where you would want to submit an academic alert? Let's say you have a student who hasn't been coming to class for several weeks. You've tried reaching out, they haven't responded, the classmates haven't really seen them or heard from them. That would be a situation where you would want to submit an academic alert. Another situation would be, let's say the student has been coming to class, but the work they're submitting isn't really that good quality and they're just underperforming and they're really struggling and having a hard time. So that would be another situation where you would want to submit an academic alert. So where do we do that? I'm happy to show you. So the first thing you want to do is log into your Canvas. On the left-hand side, you'll see that there's a burgundy column, which is the Canvas navigation panel. All the way at the bottom, there's a question mark icon, and you'll want to click on that, which is the Help button. Once you click on that, there's going to be a white pop-up panel that shows up to the right of that. About halfway down, you'll see that there's a link that says Submit an Academic Alert. That's where you want to go. So go ahead and click on that. That will take you to the Hub. So once you're in the Hub, you'll see that there's a course roster for all of your students. This is basically like your Hub dashboard. So once you're there, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see that there's a search bar. Here's where you would want to search for the student's name. So let's say you have the name of the student, or if there's multiple students, you can search for their names individually. So you'll submit one for one student and then submit another one for another student. So you can go ahead and type in the student's name. Once you find them in your roster, on the right-hand side, you'll see that there's a Submit an Academic Alert or New Academic Alert button. So you'll want to click on that. Then there's going to be a pop-up box that shows up with some required fields. So here is where you want to start putting in that information. For example, the first one that you see here, it's going to be grade. So you'll want to put the student's current grade. Another helpful tidbit is that the Hub actually pulls Canvas data. So whatever the student's grade is in Canvas, the Hub will actually have that populated into the system as well. Once you put the grade in this screenshot here, you'll see that we'll put the student's grade as a D, and that's concerning. So we want to go ahead and put in their attendance as well. So these are all drop-down fields, and you can choose the best option. Once you do that, you'll see that there's an academic drop-down field. So here again, let's say there's a couple different options that might sound kind of relevant. Just choose the best one. There's an option for you later on in this field in the box where you can input extra commentary that'll kind of give context. So see here that we went ahead and chose that the student is submitting poor quality or inadequate work and or is missing or has late assignments. So what would be the recommendation, right? Let's say it's later on in the semester, it's a lot of work, it's probably in the best interest of the student to go ahead and withdraw. So you'll see here that we chose to advise the student to withdraw from the course. Once you input those fields, there's two different comment boxes, and I want to highlight the difference because one of them is visible to the student as well as faculty and staff. So this is different than the next private comments box because let's say there's something that you might have a suspicion about for a student, but you're not really sure, you haven't really talked to the student about it, you definitely don't want to put that information where the student could see it. So you want to save that kind of commentary for the private comment box. So once you fill out the fields, you put in all of the information, you looked it over, everything looks good. In the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to want to click on the Submit button. Then you'll see that the system is in the process of contacting the student, their advisor, and the Student Success and Support Center. It's creating the ticket. You can go back into the Hub once that's submitted and track the progress of that ticket after it's been submitted. One more key thing to note is that the sooner the better. So anytime that you get an inkling that there might be something that needs extra attention for a student, don't be afraid to go ahead and submit an academic alert. You can always just continue the conversation, and if it ends up being nothing, then great. You know, at least you utilize the resources available. But if it does end up being something and the student does need help, it's better that you reach out sooner rather than later. So hopefully that was a helpful guide. And if you guys have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to help. See you in the next video.